Good morning, everyone. Hopefully you're doing well. Thank you very much for stopping by with me for an update as of today, 11/3/24. So starting to really incorporate SMART goals into what I'm doing in terms of using velocity banking. And using SMART goals, you want to be specific. I want to have measurable. I want it to be attainable. I want it to be relevant, and I wanted to be time bound. So when I started doing velocity banking, one of my main objectives was to take three mortgages and pay them off in 1 year. By using SMART goals and incorporating them more, I've been able to at least pay off one mortgage for this particular year and pay it off probably in about 1 month. I was able to take 12 credit cards and bring them down to three, and I have them on the board using velocity banking. So under velocity banking, I historically took my $3,500 net income monthly from my employer. This was my net income after taxes and other expenses. Dropped it in the bank, and I usually normally had a cash flow of $390 when I first started in December of 2023. The cash flow was after all of my expenses and debts, or some of the debts were taken a part of. I was generally left with 390. At the current time, in reducing some of those credit cards, I'm approximately at least maybe $1,000 in cash flow in reducing those credit cards. So I have a line of credit that's 50,500. I was able to get that in April of 2024. That wasn't the main objective. The main objective was to get an all-in-one HELOC, which would have wiped out the three mortgages that I have. But I was unsuccessful with that, had to improve my credit. Once I improved my credit, reduce some of my debt, reduce my debt to income ratio, I was able to obtain a line of credit of 50,500. That line of credit started off at 10.75%, is now at 9.75%. So in doing velocity banking, I'm putting my income from my W-2 wage into the bank along with other sources of money. Then I'm paying my expenses. But right now I'm just showing you basically putting my entire paycheck, because I can write checks off of it, into the home equity line of credit that I have, which is here, as mentioned in earlier videos. Then it subtracts in general and brings you down about 47,000, if not less, and is calculated on an average daily balance. So for every day that I have a balance, you multiply that by 0.075 as of today. So right now, I've gone from the 12 credit cards in 2023 to now down to three. These three are primarily business card. All of the personal debt has been wiped out. So now I'm just working through the my business credit cards in general, and it's going to fluctuate back and forth. Like this month, I had to pay 325 for some toilet repair, 2,200 for some plumbing, and insurance is coming up, taxes are coming up. So these things are going to fluctuate. Altogether, let's see. Um, let's see how much altogether the business credit, uh, 5,400, 5,400, 7,500, and 2,000. So the total business line of credit is 14,900. So I'm pretty much close to being maxed out on the business credit. This is what I'm currently using, $12,645.66. I have 14,900 in business credit card available. I reduce again 12 credit cards down to three. All of my personal credit card debt fundamentally wiped out. So with the HELOC, I put in my salary into it, and then anything else that I have, cash rewards, any type of money I have, birthday, whatever. If somebody gives me money, I have access to money, then I dump it into the HELOC. As mentioned in the video, cash advance, also convenience checks. So I pull some money off of there. I may place it inside of the HELOC, use it for the entire month or before the month ends. And if it doesn't come with a credit charge, then it does. Now, in terms of the the cash advance, there is one of the cash advances that I'm using at like 92 cents per day. But my HELOC is running about $14 a day. Also using interest-free loan of about $300 a month. I pay that off before the end of the month, but use the $300 into the HELOC. You don't see all those numbers, but there's a lot of other things that are going on in the background that I'm working with. So in general, every month I try to allow the HELOC to stay at the balance lowest that I can in general without pulling anything out of it through the checks. And I use 3 credit cards to offset that. Now I was using a part of the 12 credit cards, but now I'm down to 3. So these are the 3 credit cards that I charge on a monthly basis. And then the next month I'll attempt to pay as much as I can off in general. For this one right here, last month, the American Express was 19, about close to 2000. I was able to pay that down and then I put some more charges on it. So Velocity Banking appear to be working at least for me and the different types of strategies that I'm using. So Velocity Banking is not the only strategy that I'm using. I'm also using, like I said, in the background, other features. But I'm left with this remaining 3 credit cards at $12,645 in general, but I keep plugging at it by putting as much as I can into my line of credit, my AKA the home equity line of credit, pay down the debt and just wash and repeat it. And I'll add additional strategies to it, which I think have been helpful. Again, I was able to pay off one of the mortgages, so I'm down to 2 mortgages from 2023. All right, so I just wanted to give you an update on Velocity Banking and how I'm doing it. I'm incorporating SMART goals by trying to be specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound in establishing my goals. I want to write my goals down so I start creating in my mind the goal itself. And as I go throughout my day or throughout my month or life, I know that this is a goal that I have in mind because I've written it down, created a pathway in my brain, and some of the things that happen around me, I start to incorporate and can see me trying to achieve my goal. Like I may want to go out to grab a lunch or grab something else, but because I've kind of write down my goals and starting to have that pathway, I try to prepare my lunch for the week. That'll save me on spending in general and help me to be smart about my goals. All right, again, my name is Will, aka Dr. Financial Literacy. I'm a political economist. So I'm not a financial planner or a certified planner or an attorney. These are just my real world experiences, entertainment purposes, educational purposes. And if you like to work with me or my team, just you can contact me through my email or telephone number anytime. All right. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a great day. Bye-bye.